Hello, and welcome to episode 13 of the Sport Flex podcast. And I'm joined by my guy, George Ademiluyi, who's a defender. I got it right.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a defender for Tooting and Mitcham. George, how are you, man?
I'm good, bro. I'm blessed. I said breast. I'm blessed. How are you, my guy?
I'm good, man. Good, man. Just trying to stay healthy in lockdown.
Yeah, them ones. It gets like that sometimes,
Yeah.
man. Lockdown ain't been easy, but you got to make the most of it somehow, innit? So,
Yeah. Can imagine. And Boris has just announced that 21st of June, all restrictions might be gone. So just hoping that.
listen, when that day comes, we shall be here by the grace of God, innit? I ain't gonna get gassed, and then that doesn't happen. So we'll wait till then, and we'll wait till then. But
yeah, we'll just have to wait and see, man. How have you been keeping fit during lockdown?
Do you know what? Yeah, it's been a bit of a madness, to be honest. Like, I feel like the first lockdown, everyone just started going bike riding, innit? So I was trying to get a bike, but the bikes were selling out quick. So I feel like when I got my hands on a bike, biking was the new thing. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I'll literally wake up, go on a bike ride, and then me and my boys, some of us will still play football and that. So have a little bit of a kick around. Some of them do runs and that. So it wasn't hard to kind of like stay fit, because it was just like, from football, I was just straight into like cycling. Then I was still playing football. So
yeah.
I didn't find it hard to like try and stay fit, so to say. But after a while, it's kind of a thing where, like, because like you weren't sure when football was coming back. It was like, well, am I really gonna keep on putting my body through so much physical pain, because you don't really have a date to work towards? But so I kind of took a back seat and just chilled with it. Do you know what I'm saying? Just kind of said, you know what, for the next month, man, just gonna kick it, kick it. That's when Warzone till like 7 a.m. started happening and all of that. It was just one of them things there. But yeah, man, I would say it's been pretty easy to stay fit for me. I'm one of the lucky ones who has good people around him that still kick balls, still like to go running, cycling. So I've been quite lucky in that sense. Do you know what I'm saying? So
that's good, because especially in the first lockdown, everyone was on the 5K run challenge, downloading the Nike app for the first time.
I was part of them still. That 5K is not a joke, bro.
I was not on it. I did it once. I was like, it's cool. You lot do it, but I'm cool. I'm out.
Bro, when you're tasting blood in your lungs, you know it's a wrap, fam. I start questioning if this football life was for me, cause but that's easy.
And especially because like no one had ran. It was just the excuse to go outside. Because obviously they were like, exercise, getting essential items. You can't go outside, so just pretend to exercise, pretend to run. And
bro, that was mad. Seeing the first lockdown, that was mad, because no one knew how to handle it, innit? But then I feel like was the second kind of lockdown, we were still kind of like transitioning from summer to like
winter.
The late, we were transitioning still. So it's kind of like towards the end of summer, I was still out and about. But then kind of like when you knew like winter was coming, it was a bit peak. The only saving grace about that was that we were actually still playing football during them times there. So that's the only decent thing. But knowing that football's come to an end was a bit peak. So it's what it is.
And obviously, finally on lockdown, was there like a set plan from like Tooting and Mitcham where you're on Zoom calls or doing workouts together? Or was it a thing of, listen, we're your coaches, but this is all on you to do it yourself at home?
No, do you know what? Yeah, luckily for me, and like luckily for Tooting and Mitcham itself, they've actually got a good backroom team. Do you get what I'm saying? Like the managers, they've got like for a non-league team, I've never seen so many managers or so many people delegated roles in that team. So with them, it's like we have a strength and conditioning coach, and it's a case of, okay, guys, like come in for your meetings before we went into lockdown type of thing. And it was just, okay, this is the routine. They kind of made it fun as well though, because it was kind of like in a league sort of, so to say. So for example, whoever got the fastest 5K time would get a certain amount of points. So it'd be, they're giving us things to do. You have a set time to do it, and they just made it fun to see who was going to win. So it was like still competitive, still work to do. everyone was working towards a goal in mind, regardless if there wasn't a date that we would come back to football. So it was kind of good that they done that on their end. So yeah, we had going on. I'm not sure too much about other teams, but that's what Tooting had. So that was decent.
That's good, especially that they're communicating with you, because we know like people's mental health, even just having people check up on you, I think is really
Yeah,
important.
like my managers have still been in contact with me. So like literally the other day, in fact, I got a message from my manager. He was just like, "Hey, my man, what's going on?" And during lockdown, it's nice to know that you've been away from football so long, but your manager's still thinking like what's going on in his life, how's he getting on, not just checking on me just to see if I'm doing the work. He's just literally just checking on me outside of football. And there's still like people that you can talk to about life as well. So that's something you kind of like appreciate, because for someone who's been in football so long, it's like a relationship that you don't want to lose, in it.
Yeah.
So like that, you have someone who cares about you on the pitch as well as off the pitch is also important. But in general, it's been blessed down there. I'm kind of like forever grateful that I stumbled across the team, to be fair. So yeah,
That's good. Big up TNM.
terrors, man.
Terrors. And also, finally on lockdown, how different is it, or how difficult has it been to play without any fans there supporting you week in, week out?
You know what's crazy? Yeah, we actually had fans.
Oh,
wait, no, you know what? Yeah, I can't remember too tough. Don't I can't remember too tough, but I know there was a period where we actually didn't have fans. Okay, yeah, so we didn't have fans for a bit, and that was a bit strange, like honestly, because I remember literally turning up, and we jumped on the pitch, and you know how it is, like everyone's just warming up, laughing. The fans coming late, but for some reason, like we could. It's crazy to think that you could hear the wind more than you can hear some of the voices. And I was just, that's strange. It felt like a normal Saturday stroll in the park. I'm thinking, something's going on here. Like something's going wrong here. But it was just a weird. But I felt like with us, because like Tooting and Mitcham, like we're kind of like a close family. It's like we create our own environment on top of having the fans backing us all the time.
Yeah.
And you could see that because the results and the performances were going our way. And then it was nice when the fans came back originally. So when the fans came back, we were selling out. I think we had a capacity of like 400.
Yeah.
And when we were seeing 400, we were seeing 400 week in, week out. And it's nice to hear like the fans singing your name or getting behind you when things are going tough as well. Because I feel like we had to fight back from a lot of like conceding goals. Well, not a lot of goals, but when we would concede a goal, like the fans still believed that, we had it. And then we started getting like a good run of clean sheets. And just hearing the fans like back you in such a way when things are tough, like they didn't have to be there. They could have stayed at home, they could have stayed at home knowing there's a lockdown, but these are diehard fans, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm telling you, it was even crazy. I knew Tooting and Mitcham fans were crazy, when I'm thinking it's a lockdown. We've got an away game all the way in Bognor, and the drive was crazy, bro. The drive was crazy, and we got there. I'm seeing a bunch of their fans, but then I look behind me. I'm seeing a bunch of our fans, and they were louder than the home crowd, and they travelled all that way. We lost in the end, but it's the energy that they brought, and I was like, yeah, these men are crazy still. But yeah, man, the fans are everything down at Tooting, man.
Big up, man. Fans are important in all sports. Even like when you're a little kid and you're running and you see like all your like teammates supporting you, like when you're doing like sports day, everyone's like, come on, bro, best feeling.
Bro, there's no better feeling than when like the fans are screaming, singing for your team, or when they even start singing your name. It's like at the end of the games, you're going to say, thanks for coming, and they're saying, oh, well done. It's good to see you out there. We missed you out there. Nice to have you back from injury. Great, like things like that makes you just want to play the game even more. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's beautiful, man. I can't even describe it to you. Tough.
Good, man, good, man. But anyway, let's take it back. So back when you were young, where you just come out of your mum's womb, tell us about your upbringing.
Where do I start? So obviously I was born in America.
Really?
Yeah, I was born in Houston, Texas. Everyone thinks I'm lying. And this guy that's just trying to pretend to be another. No, but I was actually born in America, Houston, Texas. Me and my older brother and my older sister at the time. My older brother plays football as well. So yeah, and it was just like normal life. Mom and dad working. I would say they were part of like the middle class sort of people. Had decent jobs. Managed to take us to daycares. Have people look after us when they were at work. Still managed to come home, put food on the table, and keep a presence in the family. So that was really good. My mum keeps, how African parents get. I sent you to private school. I sent you to private. That was like her proudest moment. So it's nice to know that she achieved her dream or her goal, so to say, to send me private school.
Wow.
And yes.
So,
yeah, I don't even remember it, but apparently I did, didn't it? So let's just run with it for now, innit?
The money's different still.
Nah, not even, man. God's good. But yeah, man, things were good then, innit? And I was into a lot of sports. Like in America, it's crazy. Like the sports out there is kind of mad. Like they're very big on being athletic and all things. So like I wouldn't really call it a sport, so to say, but I was into things like skipping, running, and all of that type of thing there. So life was good, man. life was really good. And then it was about roughly around the age of 6, I think. Yeah, roughly around the age of 6. Obviously, my mum moved to England before I did. Mm-hmm. So living with, relatives and whatnot, because my dad was still working as well. But eventually I got to move to the UK with, my family. And then my dad came after. And the way I kind of stumbled across football was kind of weird. Like, I didn't know anything. Like, my mom was literally like going to work trying to make money. And she was just like, you guys better stay in the house. Them ones there.
Yeah, you're not playing outside with no one. No back.
Don't open the door to nobody. that time. So, and then we literally moved houses now, got our own place. And there was just bare kids out in the street. And it was just like, man, I want to go play with these kids. And those were the days where you used to play run-outs and all of that type of thing. So I literally stumbled across a bunch of older guys, and they just saw me and my brother, and they just saw us like running. It literally came from running. We were just running. And then obviously joined the kids playing football. And then it was weird, like them gangbangers.
Them dons, the olders.
The olders, it was crazy. Like the gangbangers, I didn't even know they were like gangbangers. Obviously now I do, because I've lived in the English culture. But back then I was just like, these are just my kicking ball. So I literally just went to go join them, and somehow, some way, we were just playing well. Yeah. And then, them ones, it became the gangbangers like, who's this guy? And the man was like, no, man, that's my younger. So I was just like, yeah. And then literally from there, he was just like, we need to get you guys playing football. He said that to me and my brother. And went down to our local team, Thamesmead Town. Unfortunately, at the time, they didn't have my age group, but my brother was able to play. But then luckily, it was literally like a month or so after they had my age group. So I went to play, and that's when, you had your total 90s, the ones, the silver one with the circle. Then there's total Liz Mose, yeah, G. So it was roughly around them days, got my first pair of boots, and I just started kicking ball, haven't looked back since. Like, I started playing for my local team. I think they were called Thamesmead Town or Thamesmead Borough, whatever. But yeah, they were my local team, Thamesmead. Just played games for them. I think, funnily enough, I started off as a goalkeeper, bro.
Where is it?
Yeah. I literally started off as a goalkeeper, so I was pretty decent. Question. Go on.
Was you a goalkeeper? Because you all know the goalkeepers are usually the ones that aren't good on the outfield. Because that wasn't because you wanted to play and goal. Let's be real, be honest.
No. Do you know what? It wasn't even because I wasn't good at football. Like I was actually good at football, but
Mm.
I can't remember. I feel like it was a tournament, and like I was just into playing sports. Like I'll do anything to play sports, and I
Mm.
feel like it was a tournament, and they needed someone, and I just went and go,
Oh, yeah.
and boom. From there, I was just making saves. So they're like, "This guy's a goalie," but obviously me, I'm thinking, yeah, for
Now me
now I'm sick.
alone.
But I need to be out on the pitch running up and down in it, and then from there just kind of picked up. Like that was literally the start of me playing football, bro.
Yeah, and also you talked about like those like elders on where you lived. Was there ever a
Mm.
time where like they were like, hey, I ban this football team, can't make some real P? Or was it a thing where they were like they were looking after you in a sense, even though they were doing the badness, they were still looking after
You know what? I see. This is my. I was lucky in the sense that I was so oblivious to it,
you? Mm.
like, because I'm like, you can kind of call me like fresh off the boat. I'm from America. I literally just came over. I started kicking the ball around with people that said, "Yeah, he's my younger." I'm thinking, "What's younger?" These are times I didn't even know what pardon meant. When someone said pardon to me, I was thinking, like, sorry, like, I don't really get it. So I was kind of lucky in the sense that even though he was involved, he
Mm.
would still be like, no, you know what, you like, let's go play football. Like, okay, let's go running. Like, and he would come and chill with me and my brother and just chill like normal man the minute,
Mm.
not being part of the street life. And even though I would see things and whatnot, it's not to a point where I would be like, okay, let me go try it. Do you know what I'm
Mm.
saying? So he kind of kept it in the sense where like I could see things, but he wouldn't allow me to do it. And
Mm.
then from there, I was already into football, so it was just like football school. And cause like I'm kind of new to the country, my mom was like very much overprotective of like who I am around with, what times I'm coming in and out the house. So
Mm.
I wasn't really, really like out like that until like I had to start walking on later on and then started realizing what life was like. And I've kind of been lucky in the sense to have good people around me. So even though I'd see it, I wouldn't necessarily go to it. Do you get what I'm saying? I'll be cool
Yeah.
with them, but I wouldn't be like, hey, yeah, let me come shop for you type of thing. It wasn't about
Yeah.
man got lucky still.
Mm. And also, like, how was it like coming over from America, settling into the UK? Like in school times, was there periods where you got like bullied for being an American? Where it's like, oh, look at this soft American, all of that stuff.
No, do you know what? It was actually pretty cool. Do you know what I'm saying? Like I literally came over and I was like, I was kind of nervous to start school, but I was kind of like excited because when you're a kid, you're fearless in it. You don't really
Yeah.
care for things too tough. So literally, I got introduced to the classroom. For like, oh guys, welcome our new student from America, George, and literally them lot were just cool with me. Like they were saying, they were just talking to me. Like, I
Mm.
mean, they kind of like only a small amount of people expected me to have an accent because they kind of knew what it was. So it was kind of calm. But like you had the people that were like, Miss, I don't mind showing him around, or Sir, I'll show him around. So you had those kind of people. And back in the days, man, were just on ball running around. So and at that age, like you don't really know what's what too tough.
Mm.
So it was pretty easy settling in. It was, I say language barrier as if it's like a foreign language, but bro, I promise you, like I was so startled when someone said pardon to me. I'm like, what's that? It's it was just little things, but it was easy to kind of pick up as time went on. As like you're involved in sports, you're very much exposed to a lot of people, and certain verbal languages on
Mm.
the side pitch whatnot. So yeah, it was cool, man.
Yeah. And just back onto the football, like when did you first like start watching football? Like, how did you get involved in supporting United? Who were your early heroes?
Wait, do you know what? Yeah, it's gonna sound crazy because everyone thinks I'm a glory hunter, but I'm really not. Like,
Mm.
the first time I ever came across supporting a football team was like, my dad literally like. So when he came to the country, obviously he started working and whatnot, and then he started having friends, and then they just kind of gave him this gift, and it was kind of like a massive gift. Like I'm talking like a big gift in it, like a big picture frame gift,
Yeah.
and it was just like a poster of Ruud van Nistelrooy in it,
Hmm.
and it was just like stats of his goals, and I was just like, raw, like this guy must be pretty decent in it. So it went from me like acknowledging that and at that moment I was just still like, Like, okay, cool. Let me not just break it because it's got glass in it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then my brother, because he was like, my brother was playing football heavily, like more than I was, because at his age they had more games than I did, and they were doing up tournaments. So it was at that point when he started supporting Manchester United. It was like, let's watch Manchester United on the TV. So you've now got my dad, you've got my brother, and then now you've got me. So it just kind of fell down nicely into my hands. And yeah, man, supporting Manchester United, haven't looked back since.
Fair play, man. Fair play. United fan. But anyway, let's go back. How are you feeling about United this season?
Bro, do you know? Do you know what? Yeah, this season's been weird, innit? Like you can't really put your finger on it. I know City are like 10 points ahead, yeah, but for some weird reason, I still have faith in like my team in it. Like I believe that, you know, because it's been a weird season. Do you get what I'm saying? There's hella games to play in such a short space of time, which means recovery in players. Certain players will have to play. And they're also playing big teams, i.e. Man City are doing a lot. They're still in Champions League. So maybe if we get the rub of the green again, then maybe we can do something, because every team has had their moment this season. Do you get what I'm saying? Tottenham had it. Southampton had it. West Ham are having it. Man City are having it. Do you get what I'm saying? Man United had it as well. So it's all to play for. Do you get what I'm saying? Everton even had their moment as well. Do you know what I'm saying? So I'm still hopeful. What I do like about Man United, though, is, like, I feel like going forward, we're decent, in it. Like, I like us going forward. Like, I like how man, them like Scott McTominay are starting to step up to the plate and really show. See, I knew you would make that face. Yeah.
It's not about them, man, there.
No, do you know what? Yeah, deep in. Now, Scott McTominay is doing his thing, innit? Like, he's coming to the team. He's showing the manager that he can trust him and do a job. Do you get what I'm saying? So, for me, I respect. I mean, maybe because I look at it differently because I play football, but I respect Mandem with that sort of grind and hustle. And obviously, Mandem like Marcus Rashford on the pitch doing his thing. So, yeah, man, the only thing we need to pattern up is that defense is a bit bleeding. I can't lie. We've got most goals and we've conceded the most. So, there's clearly a problem. So,
yeah. Also, need to get rid of man like Fred, who's whack, Maguire, Lindelof, Martial, you got a lot of De Gea as well. You lot got a lot of.
Now, do you know what? Yeah, everyone can say what they want about De Gea, but I'm gonna stand behind him because De Gea could have walked out on us when we were doing howlers for seasons after season after season, but he stayed, renewed his contract, and he was our best player year in, year out. So now that he's having a dip in performance, I believe that it's now our time. It's now our time to return the favor and, you know, get behind him. I think that's only fair. In terms of Maguire, that brother, don't even get me started. Like,
ATMs, just let you know, ATMs. Remember that.
Hey, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. That's all I can say.
But yeah, let's go. We'll talk United later, but let's go back to your football. So let's go to like early secondary school. Is this when you're starting to play for your school team or any outside team?
Yeah, so the transition into like year 6 into year 7 was crazy because like all the man that used to play Sunday football, and then you just have the man that don't play football. We always used to do if you play Sundays, you're on this team, and if you don't, you're on that team. So the league was called Selkent, so it would be Selkent versus the rest. And we would literally be battling it out. So they used to win. It was just a great battle. And then now it's like you're going into year 7, a bunch of new faces you kind of don't know. Luckily for me, some of the boys I played football with went my school, and some of the boys that were in my team went my school. So it was literally kind of like I knew people, but no one from my primary school came to my school. I was the only one. So it was a bit mad. But obviously, I went from being a goalkeeper to a defender, a centre-back.
Pushing away from up the pitch.
Gee, I completely skipped the midfield. I said, I'm getting striker in year 7. Year 7, I went striker. They had the Charles. I done my thing in it. Let's just say that. So we, you know how they do like, we're going to do a series of Charles. Let's just say on the first one, I kind of knew in it. They said I don't have to come back. So, yeah, my place was sorted, so to say. But that's year 7, innit? And then straight after that, I kind of like became captain of the year 7 team. So from then, I remember on my debut, I think I scored 2 goals. I kind of like chipped the keeper in it.
Mm-hmm.
And it was funnily enough, it was against boys I play for the same football team with. And like his son, the manager of my Sunday team, his son went at school and he came to watch the match. So they were like kind of like our rivals because they were down the road, innit? So we beat them 4-2, 4-1, decent game. I scored 2. And then like, I go like see my boy after the game saying, yo, he said, we beat you. You know how it is like.
Yeah,
and obviously I went to his dad, like the manager. I was like, don't you think it's time that you might start playing me striker now, innit? And from then, it was just a thing where like I just started playing striker for bants. Like just for bants, because the black guy that had speed.
M1,
so
PMP.
So it was just that type of thing. So yeah, man, like it was a pretty smooth transition. I started to play football more serious. Like I was part of a team that was winning leagues, competing for leagues and that. So I was literally trying to push to like go into academies and that, because obviously at that time my older brother had signed for Southend. So he was doing his thing, and for me it was like, wow, my brother's done that. Maybe I should go try. And then obviously, you know, like back then when Sunday league's popping, your team's popping, you have a couple of teams that you play against, like your Charlton, Millwall and that, because they are local teams. So I had the opportunity to play against them and that. But when you're young, you don't really realize the opportunity you have at hand. For me, it was just like another game playing these man. But for me, for some people, it was like, this is a chance for me. Do you know what I'm saying? It's a chance for me to, you know, get in there, get my foot in the door. But me, it was just like, let's just win another game of football. So you could say right mindset, but if you tweak it a little bit more, maybe it could have been a different story then. But here's what it is, man.
Yeah. Did you speaking on like trials and academies, did you ever get opportunities to go to like the Charltons, the Millwalls, the Southends to like just trial opportunities?
If you're around my age and you were like living in Southeast London, or just in general, bare people knew that couple teams like Barnet would also would host the maddest trials. Like literally, it became like a community club going to like Barnet just to have a trial. But I had trials for teams like Barnet, Southend. Played against the likes of Charlton in like a showcase game, Millwall as well. I played against Sheffield. That Sheffield game, if I talk, that game was mad.
Wow.
Bro, I thought I got off to a good start in it. Like, guy tried to come past me, waste him on the floor. I'm like, okay, I'm into this now. Bro, these man started popping the ball left, right, center. I said, these men are running rings around me. I was dying, bro, blowing. At this point, this is what I'm saying. My mindset was a bit mad back then. I was dying, thinking like, bro, I'm dying on the pitch. I should be thinking like, nah, just hold shape, you know, see it out. I'm thinking, bro, I can't wait till my manager takes me off the pitch because I can't hack this. I remember I got hit hard in the challenge one time and I said, these men are physically stronger than me and I'm tired. And then it was that, and then I got subbed. I just saw him like, come, you know, when they do the signal, come off. In my head, the first thing I thought was, thank God. And that, when I look back on it, the worst mindset I could have had back then. Do you get what I'm saying? That was so bad. But, I mean, you live and you learn in it, but the list of teams goes on. Like, I had trials for Leyton Orient as well. I went on like an open day trial for Peterborough, but I wouldn't really call that concrete. There's only teams that have invited me to trials that I would really say, but those are some of the ones off the top of my head.
And also during this period, it must be like frustrating, like having so many trials, showcases, and then not getting that opportunity to like, okay, we'll sign you for 3 months, you can be a trialist. Was there ever a moment where you thought, damn, this football thing's kind of long, you know?
But I'll be real, yeah. It was just, it wasn't at that moment I thought football was kind of long. It was just like, this is kind of getting annoying. Do you get what I'm saying? Because at that point, it was like my brother had signed for Southend, and I was just trialing here, trialing there, trialing there, trialing there. And it's like, when will I get in? Or like, am I not good enough? Like, what's going on? Like, I've been here and here, they're inviting me here. So clearly there must be something about me that's worthy enough to be in these teams. So like, what's wrong with man? What's wrong with man type of thing? So it was just frustrating. And it just became a point where like, not that I was ready to quit football, but it was kind of like, you know what? Let me just find happiness playing Sunday football with my boys, like with my mates. Like they pick me up, go play football. We can win couple games. I know I'm going to win the league. So yeah, let me just do that. And that was just a routine. Do you get what I'm saying? But at the same time, like my mindset back then, in terms of the way I approached trials as well, like kind of set me back in a way. So I'm there getting involved in stuff I shouldn't be getting involved in at trials that the players are doing. But my mistake was thinking I was already a player. I was just a trialist, not a player. And that's where I went wrong. I got happy in the sense that, oh, these lot have invited me down for a trial. Boom, I've kind of made it. And that's where I went wrong. So had I changed my mentality to like focus like you're here, then things would have been different. Do you know what I'm saying? I truly believe that, but it's a mistake you have to learn from.
Yeah. And on that, would you say that's one of your biggest regrets when you was younger, not to take it as serious?
I wouldn't say my biggest regrets because I still had fun. Do you know what I'm saying? Like with me, you can only play football at your best sometimes when you're having fun. And for me, like I had fun. Yes, at the expense of missing out on an opportunity, but it's a lesson that I've learned, do you get what I'm saying, along the road. I mean, everyone's paths and everyone's journeys are different. And mine just happened to be that, you know, like in that moment, I was happy to just be in an environment. I thought I already made it, but I didn't make it. So it kind of like prepared me for what was to come later on in my journey. So it depends how you look at it. I don't really regret it, so to say.
And also, was there any notable plays that were at these trials or you played against that are playing today at a high level or playing now professionally?
Notable players. Do you know what? Yeah, I can't really say like professionally, so to say, but there are a couple people that you go to these trials and you're just like, my goodness, like this guy's a baller. Like it's crazy. Like I went on trial for Leighton Orient, and like some boy called Montel. Yo, this guy was fake. But this guy was fake. Like this guy could just get the ball and do whatever, like dictate play, and he'll make it look so easy. And then there's other people that you come across, like there was like two people my brother kind of grew up with in football called they were called Femi and Keith Orenuga. They played for Arsenal and Everton. Them man were just joke man, fam. Joke man.
Yeah.
I was serious. They still play at decent levels, but they were just serious. And then you got like people like Steffi Mavididi. He played for Juventus.
Arsenal.
I don't know if I said his name right, but he was a baller in it. Like the list goes on, man. You stumble across a lot of ballers, but and even one of my close friends called like from Naya, guy, fake. But there's also a guy called Wesley who's at Barnet as well. Guy's a baller still. So there's bare man doing their thing in it. So just have to.
Yeah, like even when I was playing, I didn't play at no high level or nothing, but in my school, I wasn't that techie still. But I played for my school team, and in my school, you know, Trevor and Nathaniel Chalobah. Yeah, both of them went to my school in it. Like Nathaniel's 3 years older than me, and Trevor's a year younger than me. And obviously, when we play school team, we all go on the same coach in it. And I remember watching these man play. Boy, you can just tell these men are levels, like running through everyone, like it's easy.
Bro, sometimes, you just, when you accept defeat, when you see ballers like that, you just know, like, it was all right, you know, like, them out are serious, bro. Like, I'm telling you, I'm just seeing guys like, someone's banging the ball into it. Man's just controlling it, like scanning his head, and they will just zing it, jog over, get the ball again. And it was just so long, fam. You just knew you were in for a session in it. So
it's true. And plus, when you deep the amount of ballers from South London that have made it. Like South is just, it's very hard to make it.
bro, South London has a bag of man that are ballers, and it's crazy to think some of them that haven't made it yet or didn't make it at all, that gave up, are still in the ends. Like they're, if you know how goals is, summertime goal session,
bare black people,
bro,
bare brothers,
them, bro, off.
Them
are doing a mad, yeah. You know them ones where it's like you don't want to be last picking that.
Yeah, fam.
Yeah, it's those type of sessions. So, but yeah, man, it's good to be around it. I feel like that's healthy for, you know, like people like us coming through and people representing the ends as well as they're doing in it. So, credit where credit's due to them, man.
Cool, man. So when you get to like you're 16 now, GCSEs are done. That's kind of like a big decision, isn't it? Because you haven't really got like a pro contract yet, and you have to pick your A levels, whether you're going to go college, and after that, whether you're going to go university. So in that decision, are your parents asking you, do you still want to play football? Or is the thing where you're like, listen, football's, let me forget about it. Let me focus on a career like law or medicine, etc.
See, I was one of the lucky ones in a sense because my brother was playing for Southend. Do you get what I'm saying? And we had a close family member as well that was playing for Southend with him. So they used to travel together. So where my mum kind of was exposed to like my brother being a place where he had opportunities to, you know, okay, he's in the system now. If he keeps on working hard, he could push for like a big pro deal. And, you know, there's light at the end of the tunnel. Whereas there are other people who don't have that, where their family's just like, oh, football's so uncertain. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, just focus on your studies type of thing. I was lucky with my brother. So my mom was just like, whatever you do, just make sure that you have education as well. I'm pretty sure you're familiar to that saying, like, just have education as well. So, like, if I went college, I mean, if I played football, it would be like, okay, just go college and learn something, do something, get whatever it is that you can. I don't mind, but as long as you're doing something, then that's cool, innit? And like my mom would always ask about football and push me to, like, you know, go and play. So I was, like I said, lucky in that sense. So I've been very like privileged in that way, I guess you could say. So it was never like, don't play football now. Big decisions. It's okay, you're good at like your passion is football, I can see that, but meet me halfway and just get the education done as well. Yeah. So it was a nice little compromise, and it's just been working ever since, even till now. So
yeah. So when you get to like, did you go college, sixth form?
I went to a college, and then after first year, I went to like a football college afterwards.
Okay. So
that's when I kept on like training, you know, getting my education and whatnot, and then there was opportunities there as well, which was decent. And then it was like after like 2 years, the course was done. It was like time to make decisions on what's next to come.
Yeah.
And after that, and stuff. Yeah, man. After I was never a big fan of uni. I can't lie. Never a big fan of uni. Yeah. As you know, when it comes to uni, you know, parents, because for them it's like this is like their golden ticket that they didn't get. So for them, they would like to see us get like degrees in that. But I was never that kind of guy that wanted uni. Like my mom kind of pushed my older brother, you know, the eldest son, pushed him. But for me, it was a constant battle. So I kind of got lucky in my rebellious ways. And she just kind of said, you know what? It is what it is. She'll still put up a fight to this day saying, look at this course. You can go and do it. But just like, I've got my thing going on in it. So
yeah, especially when parents start comparing. You see, Auntie Hilda's children. She's a doctor. You know, it's a bit two businesses. All of that.
Well, you just have to let them run with it, man.
So after like sixth form, you decide not to go uni. Which team are you playing for at this moment?
So I think it was like an exit trial or something like that, and it was kind of like I didn't have no team, but like pre-season came in it, and I was just looking for teams non-league. I was 19 at the time, and then I stumbled across my first non-league team, Staines Town in West London, like way out.
That's like Fort Hopkins.
Brother, don't even mention it. 19 doing trips like that.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Cunt strips.
Country lines. Gee, man's getting in at mad times as well. So yeah, I started playing for Staines Town. I signed to them. Played in a couple games here and there. Went on, signed for a couple of teams on loan. So yeah, man, that's how my journey into non-league started. And yeah, man, from there it's just been rolling ever since, really.
Yeah, and who was the first club at non-league level where you're like, okay, I'm here to stay for like the foreseeable future in that sense?
Well, that's a good question. Do you know what? Yeah, if I'm being honest, it wasn't until Tooting and Mitcham came around.
Really?
And it was like as recent as 2 seasons ago.
Yeah.
So Tooting and Mitcham, like the way that one happened, I got released from a team I just won promotion with. And then Tooting, like I literally had no club. So I spoke to someone that I know, sent me to Tooting and Mitcham. They had no player in my position. And from that moment, it was kind of like, man's here. Like
Well, they had no defenders.
They had no one. Like they had no, in my position specifically, they had no one. The position that it was right wing back. So the position they needed covering, they didn't have no man there. And it felt nice because I knew that the managers wanted me. Like there was one time I was about to leave a training session and they were thinking, why is this guy not giving us his number? Like, I need to chat so that he can be in the squad for Saturday and he's not giving me his number. Like, is he all right? So it was that type of thing, innit? But that was unfamiliar settings because it was like this time I wasn't doing the chasing for once. Someone was chasing me and that felt good. And then when I kind of knew I had a decent preseason and these men wanted to sign me, I was like, man's here to stay. And I've got the number 2 shirt, which meant that. So I felt like, you know what, like that was a very like proud moment for me. I mean, for some people in the game, they're thinking like, this is baby stuff. But for me, in terms of my journey, that was like, you know, I'm here to fight for my place. I'm here. This is my position. And I'm at a team that wants me. So, yeah, man.
And how was your first season at Tooting and Mitcham? Was it like a proper, like, you came to ball?
Crazy, bro. That season was crazy. Like, I started the first 13 games. Everything was going well. Had a little decent FA Cup run. We were on an unbeaten one of like 12 wins, no losses. So we were doing a madness. Good FA Cup. Beat a team in two leagues above. Wow. So like we were kind of like doing well. Managers like me, whatever, whatnot. So it was decent. Like it was really good to start, but then, you know, later on as things kind of picked up, where got left out the squad, got dropped to the bench, under 23s game, this and that, injured, found my way back into the team, playing again. So bro, it's football, man. It was just a crazy season. A lot of lessons to be learned in that season as well. So it was very crazy for me. But yeah, man.
Yeah, and how difficult is it when you've been dropped and then you get dropped to under-23s? Like, how do you overcome such a challenge, such a disappointment?
Do you know, it wasn't. It's crazy, but sometimes you just got to remind yourself of what you signed up for when you said you want to become a footballer. And that's what I feel like some people forget. You expect it to be like, I'm good. It's meant to be easy. It doesn't matter if you're good. Just because you're good doesn't mean there's not going to become challenges. There are also people good as well that you have to respect. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, there's a man that could do the same job that I do. It could just be a thing of rotation. And he started to, he may have scored that game. So now they're kind of running with him. It's not to say that I'm bad. He's just doing well right now.
Yeah.
But what I would say is like, it's just a thing where I just have to look at myself and say, is this really what I want? Like, this is football.
Yeah.
You just have to suck it up and get on with it and just keep going. Like, these are the adversity that comes with such a goal. So I just had to accept it for what it was and just crack on with it. It was tough, do you get what I'm saying? But this is the life I chose, so I've got to deal with it how it comes.
Yeah.
And the moment I stopped blaming other factors and started focusing on why I'm in this position, what I can do to get myself out of it, that's when things changed. So I would go and play the under-23s. I would humble myself and be like, okay, I'll go and play. Now they're thinking, okay, George is humbled to something. He's gone and done that. We can trust him now because he's just taking it upon himself that no matter what happens, he's just going to get on with it.
Yeah.
And then I felt like that's what made my relationships with the managers even more solid, and they started trusting me a little bit more and put more responsibilities on my back. So it just depends on how you look at it, really.
And also, are you set targets? Like, okay, you're right wing back, so you got to go forward, innit? So it's like you have to get minimum 5 goals and all that.
I really, with setting targets, I set myself some mad numbers, bro. I set myself some mad numbers, and with that, it can really affect your performance. Like you can be actually having a good game. You may not get an assist or a goal, but me, I would say, cool, you know what? I want 20 goals by the end. I want 20 assists by the end of the season, and I want 10 goals. And I was just thinking, like, rah. So I got to like month 1, and I'm thinking, hang on here, like, no goal, no assist, like, I'm dead. And that's the kind of like effect it has on you. So after a while, I've learned that when I'm setting myself goals for the season, I'll just be like, you know what? This season, I just want to get 1 goal, 2 assists. That's it. And then when you get that 1 goal and 2 assists, you're like, I've hit them now. So what's next? All right, cool. I want to get 5. I want to get 5 assists, 2 goals. And that's how you start. And for me, it's like, that's how you start picking up performances, because I was trying to jump from 0 to 10 without taking steps of 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? And when I really started focusing on that, that's when my game started to change. And the confidence came, like the happiness, the joy came. So, and even if I didn't hit my targets, it didn't affect me because I knew that the way I was playing at a high level. So it was calm.
Yeah. And also, was there certain aspects of your game where you thought this is the reason why I'm not getting my stats, or was it a thing with just I'm doing what I'm doing correct? It's only a matter of time.
I would say understanding the system I was in, because that's not the first time I played in a 3-5-2 or 3-4-3, but where I was a consistent starter, like in the way they wanted to play. That's like, I feel like sometimes I failed to understand my positioning. So that's probably why I didn't get the assist or the goals that I needed. And sometimes choices of crossing as well when I get into the final third. So those are all factors that, you can learn from. And yeah, man, that was just it, really.
And also, let's fast forward to this season. It's been a good season, 5 wins, only 2 defeats. I think 5 out of 7 games. That's correct, isn't it? 5 wins.
Yeah.
Yeah. So a good start to the season. What's your goals for this season as a club, and also for yourself?
The goal for Tooting and Mitcham are a very big club. They always want to achieve a lot. So their objective every season is to win the league. And that's what I'm here for. I want to be part of the team that's competing for the league. If it's not the league, then we're in the playoffs and we're looking to win the playoffs. Do you know what I'm saying? So basically, bottom line, promotion. That's it. Promotion is what we're here for, but also titles, we'll take them as well. In terms of me, like, a tricky one. I would say, like, being part of Tooting and Mitcham, like, I don't know how to say it. it's a bit of a weird one. You know, like when people with the same vision align together. Like
Yeah.
I have a vision that I want to go higher. They have a vision that they want to go higher, and it's just aligned perfectly and it's worked well. I feel like that's where I've been kind of lucky in a sense to stumble across Tooting and Mitcham. And, you know, with them, it's always been like, oh, okay, this is our targets. Let's break it down. This is how we're going to work to it. And the way they've done that shows in the performances as well.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? So the way we would train to prepare for a game, to prepare for certain oppositions, every player knows their role detailed. Managers are asking questions. Captains, vice captains asking questions. Everyone knows their role. We've gone over it in training. We've gone over it before the match. We'll go over it when we're walking out. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's well drilled into you. So you know your job going onto that pitch. Do you know what I'm saying? If it's a mistake, you're accountable for it. And that's what I like. Tooting and Mitcham create this environment where you're accountable for what you do on the pitch. And because everyone is accountable and responsible for each other, no one allows anyone to slip up, which you can see in terms of like the clean sheet.
Yeah.
So one thing we were big on is clean sheet. Like our managers will be, if you don't concede a goal, you don't lose the game. You just draw it. The worst you draw, the worst that happens is that you draw. So we were like, okay, clean sheet. And some people would be like, minimum we take home today is 3 points. So the mentality in the team, the mindset is crazy. They're saying, let's win this game, but no goals. Yeah. So when we're there on the pitch and we're fighting, doing our jobs, and they're doing their jobs, strikers are doing their jobs, defenders doing their jobs, managers are doing their jobs, it brings a good atmosphere into the team. And the fans feed off that. Do you know what I'm saying? So when you have all of that coming into one, it just makes for beautiful things that are going to happen. And one thing I kind of like pride myself on this season as well was clean sheets. Do you know what I'm saying? I feel like for me, it was just to have fun with football and just get clean sheets. Like, just perform solid, win your 1v1 battles, get a clean sheet, show the manager why you should be here. It doesn't matter if he's going to bench you the next game. As long as you know you put in the shift, the manager knows that, yep, I can trust him. And yeah, man, that's all it was. And when I took the pressure off myself, I just started enjoying my football even more. Yes. And me and the manager, we have a close relationship, and you know, I understand what their vision is for me. I understand the vision of the club, and yeah, man, it's just been good this season. I can't lie, it's been one of my best seasons in football. I can't lie.
That's good, man. All the best for this season, man. TNM, terrors, let's go terrorize the league.
I like that.
Also, as someone who plays wing back, do you feel yourself there's more pressure for you to contribute going forward, or is it just, look, keep a clean sheet? I'm a defender first. As long as I keep a clean sheet, that's my job done.
You know what? It goes hand in hand. It depends on the manager you're kind of playing with. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? But what I would say though is like there is pressure on going forward and, you know, doing your bit in the attacking third, because ultimately you're kind of like outlets that are kind of trying to contribute towards the team. So going forward and trying to get an assist or trying to get a goal, like I did put pressure on myself, I won't lie. And that's why like my performances were the way they were. You know, I started beating myself up when I didn't get a goal or I didn't get an assist or whatnot. Or I would get frustrated because no one gave me the ball at that moment in time when I wanted to go and do my thing. But I started playing in a way. In non-league, you kind of have to play for yourself in a way, but sometimes you do have to play for the team or understand that it is a team game. You just got to know that if you're playing for yourself, how do you fit in where you can help yourself benefit the team as well? So in that case, it's like there was pressure, but as I started to understand, learn and grow, like the pressure started to lift little by little, because I know there's certain games I could be up against a big team and the manager would just say, you know, we'll just hit these lot on the counter attack. So the pressure would just be, when you get forward, just put in a good ball and let's see what happens. So it is what it is. So
yeah, and also speak about the quality in non-league, because I think there's a blind vision. Non-league is just hoof ball, you know, manager's kicking you, there's no passing, but There is like you said, you
Bro,
play wing back. Yeah, you play out from the back and etc.
we're a ball playing team, so I'm kind of, like at Tooting and Mitcham, they're ballers, bro. Like bare man from South that are just doing their thing. I mean, you can even see it's very evident that there are ballers in Tooting and Mitcham with the amount of man that have gone to pro clubs and are getting their starts, getting their goals, doing their thing. Tooting and Mitcham is a ball playing team, so the playing style is decent. But there's also teams like in other leagues that are just crazy with it. Like you would think you're a ball playing team and you're fit, but these lot would just come and show you levels. Like one team we played against in the FA Cup, Dorking, were really good. Like we were down to 10 men, 1-0 up, and these men were just popping it. And I just thought, yo, and it was hot that day as well. So respect to teams, like teams do play in it, but there's some managers that are old fashioned that are with like the long ball and that, which still has its own implications because it's very physically demanding. Like the ball's going there and then it's back and then it's there and back. You're heading, you're up. It's a lot to do with. So,
and also, how's the quality of pitches? Or because I think TNM they have a 3G pitch, isn't it? So it's calm.
Yeah, we have a 3G pitch that we train on, but we also have like a grass pitch. Thank the Lord for that, because my knees and my back can't handle that Astra. But more teams are starting to change over to Astra in a sense, so that they can play on all types of weathers. So even if it's raining or whatnot, it's not that deep. Flat surfaces to help as well. But there are some decent pitches. You know what I'm saying? You kind of know if you're in football, you kind of know which team has a decent pitch and you can like play 1-2 touch football on. And there's teams where you know that, okay, maybe I can't take as much touches today. Let me just get it, boom, and then, you know, get us up the pitch so we're away from our goal at least. So you kind of know it's 50-50 for me. Do you know what I'm saying? So,
and also before we get into the quiz, what's your pre-match routine?
my pre-match routine is it changes sometimes, but I would say like, you know, apple and banana, you know, water. Sometimes I don't even eat like a big breakfast, but it's mainly like apple and banana, water, go on my way to the game, you know. I kind of like have music in all the time. All the time, music in. I don't like no one to disturb me. Like, I'm just so like, okay, you know, I start thinking about the game, start thinking about our opposition. Sometimes the night before I would have watched like little clips of someone, or I would have done my research, who's their goal scorers and whatnot. So I would have done that. As I'm coming into the ground now, is still headphones in, getting nice and early, taking the atmosphere, sit down in the clubhouse and just wait, greet the players, and then we're into the changing room now. And then that's when I start to become lively. Like when I see my teammates, I'm now a little bit lively. I'm happy to see them buzzing for the game. There's so many people with different personalities, so that's nice. And then as people at Tooting and Mitcham know, I'm the man that's on the Orcs.
Swear. Like with the cheats.
Come on, man. I'm with the team. So, you know, them ones there, like I kind of play to my advantage in a sense, but I have to cater to the rest sometimes. But it is what it is.
What tunes you playing? DJ Adams. Hey.
Do you know what's funny? Yeah, our team has got bare Caribbean man. Bare them are from Jamaica, innit? So I'll play a little bit of Bashment, you know, for the man them. Everyone's feeling Little Dirk as well.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah, there people are feeling Little Dirk as well. They're feeling a little drill. How can I say little? They're feeling Drill Boy. Drill is big. Drill changing room, and then obviously you drop the 1-2 tunes for the banner in it, because you know not everyone's back in the changing room, so you got to play to them for them man as well. But them, the nice thing about our team is them man actually accept like the Bashment tunes in it. So you get them man and be like, hey, who's this? So obviously I'll be like, it's Dexter Daps. Like the song is called Shabba Motherpot, and them man will just they'll make banter out of it, like stupid bands, like, hey, let me listen to Mr. Shabba Motherpot. Like, I'm like, brother, that's the name of the do you know what I'm saying? But it's a nice dynamic you got going on in there. So like they respect they respect it, which you like to see, especially with what's been going on lately. So, yeah, man's the man on the Orcs. I'm updating the playlist every day. I've created my new Afro beats one. They're not really feeling Afro.
Is it not what?
There's not enough Africans in the team. Like, there's not
Get
enough.
me down there, bro. I'll tell them. I'll tell them the African thing.
Oh, I try to put on Afro beats. That man looked at me sideways.
Is it?
Bro, they were trying to get me off the Orcs after that one, but I just had to drop to them. I said to the manager, I was like, look, when I've been on the Orcs, that's say we win games. So, till then, I don't need to be off duties. And
cool.
It's just kind of that thing.
And also, has there ever been any like fights or sometimes a bit, like mad arguments
between us as players or opposition?
Oh, both actually.
In football, you always have your moments. I feel like in our team, we have our moments because people want the best for each other. Like people get heated, but at the end of the day, there's that element of respect in it. Like, I'm not trying to cuss you out or say what I'm saying to you because I feel like you're a waste man or you're this or you're that. It's genuinely because I want the best for the team at that moment in time. Do you get what I'm saying? And to see that sort of level of respect, I admire that because for me, I like that about football. I like how men can be aggressive towards one another, but share the same common goal, common vision. And it's respect at the end of the day. Once we shake hands and leave the pitch, you're my boy. Forget what happened on the pitch. Like, how's life, man? What's going on with so-and-so? Do you know what I'm saying? In terms of other teams, I mean, when it's a top team clash or when it's just an opposition where you know their fans have just been giving it and just chatting the most, it's just been mad. Like, funnily enough, I feel like the funniest altercation I've had was when I was playing for Cheshunt and I played against Tooting and Mitcham.
Swear.
I remember defending a corner and I was on the goalpost and I just heard abuse. I just heard, number 10, you're this, number 10, you're that, did this. I was like, brother. And then obviously, like, when I was running off, I kind of like stuck my middle finger up behind my back as like, they were like, you mate. And now look, years later, I'm down at Tooting and Mitcham and these lot are saying they love me. So you take them as they come. But I would say the only serious fight I've ever seen in like, not fight, but like proper like, or like go away, this, that, like heated moments was, I think, in an FA Cup match where someone done a reckless challenge and as you do, you go defend your teammates. And that's people got like pushy and that was the only time I would say, but it's been calm from what I've seen in football, thank goodness for that.
Yeah, and also final question before the quiz. Who's your local ops? What's the big rival game that you have at Tooting and Mitcham?
Oh, you know what? I would say Charlton, but because they're literally like our neighbours, but they're in the league above. If I had to say one, it would be, oh boy. Oh, I would say from last season, I would say Westfield because it was between like us and them. We were battling for neck and neck. Like we wouldn't more so look at their results, but we would look at their results to see how they're getting on. Then they would look at ours, and it would just be, hey, when we play these men, now we've got to do them over. Like like we got to hit them hard. So I would say Westfield, but now this season, I don't really know, man. I wouldn't say we've had a rival, so to say, because we've just been on form. Like, it's just been us, everyone else. So, yeah.
I hear that. But yeah, let's get on to the quiz now. The flexion quiz. So, you're a United fan, as you say.
Try.
Now he's trying to say I'm trying. We'll see. Okay, so the quiz, there's 6 questions. The last question is a big bonus question. And the first 5 questions are multiple choice. So you got a chance. But on the multiple choice questions, there's an extra bonus point included. So you can get double points, essentially. All of Man United. So, you ready?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, cool. Question number 1.
Hold on. These man.
How it's popping.
Nah. Hey, forgive me. These men. All right, cool. Let's go. Let's get straight into it, man.
How many FA Cups do Man United have? Is it A, 9, B, 10, C, 11, or D, 12?
Whoa. That's tough, you know. Damn. I want to go with 12, but there's a reason behind it.
What's the reason?
12 is just my favorite number, so.
Is that your final answer, 12?
I'm going to go for 12.
12?
Yeah.
12 is correct. Well done. I was getting lucky already.
Do you know what? Yeah, because I thought we had 13. That's what I was stuck on. But I remember, I feel like we have 13 Premier Leagues or something like that. But,
yeah, 13 Premier League titles, yeah.
Yeah. So the knowledge is there, small.
Let's see if it's there. For the bonus point for this question, what year was the last time you won the FA Cup? So your most recent FA Cup, what year was it in?
So what? It wasn't last season's. Wasn't last season because that was Man City. Yeah, Arsenal. Sorry. Damn, we haven't won it for a minute. Damn, we're in 2021. Let me go. Damn. I'm thinking like 2017, 2018.
I need a year.
You know what? You know what? But I'm gonna go with 2018.
Final answer?
Yeah.
Yeah, wrong. 2018. You got to the final, but it was Chelsea that won it. I think. Yeah.
Damn. So when was it? So what year was it?
It was 2016 against Crystal Palace.
Oh, it was, isn't it?
Yeah, Jesse Lingard.
Oh, sugar was way off.
Yeah. But anyway, question number 2. In 2012-2013 season, the last time Man United won the league, who did they clinch the Premier League title against? Was it A, Stoke, B, Southampton, C, Aston Villa, or D, Reading?
That's a mad question, you know.
It's not that mad. The last time you won the league, you should know who you faced. I mean, it was a long time ago, to be fair, so that might be why.
Oh, you got benched, yeah?
Yeah, I'm just saying it was a long time ago, and it. Like,
all right, run me the options again. All
right, Stoke, Southampton, Aston Villa, or Reading.
I'm gonna guess Southampton, and this is bad for me. Southampton.
Final answer? That's so wrong. And it was actually Aston Villa. Do you not remember that game?
It was Van Persie, innit?
Yeah, the Van Persie volley when Rooney. Yeah.
I'm so annoyed. Where he banged. Oh my.
Yeah, that's the game, bro.
Where he banged it in. Okay.
Yeah, but
no, I didn't.
Yeah.
Damn.
But there's also a bonus point for this question. Bonus point question: what was the score in that match against Aston Villa? If you can...
sugar. Was it? I think. Was it 3-1 or 3-0? I know Van Persie. Wait. Oh damn! My head's rattled.
On question number 2, you know.
No, I'm gonna guess 3-1.
Final answer, 3-1.
I'm gonna stick with my guns if I fail. Go on, 3-1.
Well, you should have unstuck your guns because it was 3-0.
No, it was 3-0. I knew it.
Van Persie hat trick.
That's so bad from me.
boy.
The knowledge is there, small, Sha. Yeah. A lot has happened in life.
A lot has happened still. Question number 3.
Mm.
Who has the most all-time appearances for Manchester United? So all-time, all competitions. Is it A, Sir Bobby Charlton, B, Ryan Giggs, C, Gary Neville, or D, Paul Scholes?
Giggsy.
Final answer?
It has to be Giggsy.
Are you sure?
It has to be Giggsy. Don't try it. Don't try it. It has to be Giggsy.
I was asking, is that your final answer? Do you want me to read the options again?
Answer.
Yeah, Giggsy's correct.
I know it's Giggsy.
Cool. Giggsy's correct. And for the bonus point, to the nearest 100,
oh, here we go.
How many appearances did Ryan Giggs make? All time.
I don't know, but I'm leaning over to like more so 500, but no, I'm gonna go 400 to the nearest 100. Yeah.
Huh? Yeah. All time.
I'm gonna go 400, man. It is what it is.
Final answer?
Mm-hmm.
You are so far off.
Damn, did he make like something like 460 something appearances or something like that?
Nah, he made 963
appearances. Giggsy. Damn.
Yeah.
I was
24 years, you know.
That's a mad time still.
Yeah, you've done this. Yeah, it's to the nearest 1,000, but obviously 900 is the nearest 100. So 963 appearances for Giggsy.
Question.
Yeah, that's mad. Question number 4. In 2013-14 season, David Moyes' season, I'm sure you remember that one. Great season for United there. What position did Man United finish? Was it A, 7th, B, 8th, C, 9th, or D, 10th?
Damn, boy, you got me confused with that one. Because I'm thinking it's 7th or 8th. But I just can't remember. I'm going to go 8th. But wait, hold on. Wait. Because that would mean we weren't in Europa League spots. No, I'm going to go 8th.
Final answer?
Yeah, man.
And 8th is wrong.
Was it 7th?
Of course it was 7th.
I knew it was 7th. Oh, gosh.
If you knew, why didn't you still see it? If you knew, why didn't you see it?
You know when the numbers are kind of close together, that's what stumbles me. But that's what I'm saying. That's what threw me off. I knew it was 7th or 8th, but
that's why I don't like that. Closer to makes it more difficult. And for the bonus point, who was Man United's top scorer in the league that season?
Brother, that's a madness. It's like you want me to guess, like, say, like Marcus Rashford or Jesse Lingard or something like that.
Rashford was like 16 them times.
Brother, I wish I knew. Don't tell me someone like... Oh, wait. What? The only people I can think of is like them man like Fellaini and that. Now I'm mocking. I'm gonna guess Wayne. I don't even know Wayne Rooney. I'm gonna guess. It's a wild guess.
Final answer.
Mm-hmm.
And that's correct. Wayne Rooney was your top scorer. You had 17 league goals, so not bad, but not good enough. Cool. 2 more questions. How many Premier League goals has Bruno Fernandes scored since he's joined United? Okay, I'm gonna give you options. Is it A, 30 goals, B, 25 goals, C, 22 goals, or D, 23 goals? I'll say it again. 30 goals, 25 goals, 22 goals, or 23 goals?
I'm going to say 25 goals.
For final answer?
Mm-hmm.
And you're wrong again.
Was it 23?
Yeah, 23 goals, yeah.
Yo, I need to go with my gut feeling more.
Yeah, man. You gotta go with your gut. And for the bonus point, this is quite a hard question. Not really. I mean, it might be. Who did he score his first Premier League goal against?
Brother, what the hell?
He's your best player, bro. You should know.
Oh, do you know, but it's only recently I started watching football all over again, man.
Is it?
Yeah, man. I literally fell off from watching football. I started watching non-league and just got stuck in the non-league industry. I didn't watch football. It was too painful.
This was 2020.
Bro, I'm talking recent, as in like a few months ago.
Yeah. But yeah, he did score his first goal against in the Premier League. So you got a
options.
Ain't no options for this. The bonus point. Ain't giving you no options.
Hey, yo. I don't know, man. I'm forfeiting this one.
You got no one to throw out any guess, any Premier League team.
Okay, Arsenal.
Oh, the wrong. Bruno Fernandes never scored against Arsenal. You ain't about it, man.
Yes.
Anyway, you can still make up in question 6. I mean, this is the bonus. This is worth 5 points. And with the way your scorelines look at the moment, you need these 5 bonus points. I'll just be saying. Now, this one is timed. You have a minute to answer it. It is. And when you're ready, you tell me you're ready. You're going to name me the starting 11 that started the Champions League final against Chelsea in 2008.
Oh, all right, cool.
Wait, let me get my timer up. Cool. 1 minute. Whenever ready, tell me. And I'm saying the first 11 players.
Yeah, cool.
So you have to get everything spot on. All right?
Cool. Ready.
Okay, go.
Van der Sar, Evra, Vidic, Ferdinand. Oh, damn. Michael Carrick, Nani, Ronaldo, Wayne Rooney, Giggs. Did I say Scholesy? Giggs, Scholes. Gary Neville, Valencia.
Are you seeing Scholesy?
Yeah. I'm dropping names in.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You've named 10.
So I've got one more.
Yeah. We've got 10 seconds left.
It's the right back. Was it Neville? Was it Valencia?
4, 3.
Oh! Cleverly.
Master Cleverly.
No, do you know what? Nah.
Your brain is fried.
Who's the right back?
Bruv. I mean, the 11 players you named, you weren't far off. You got, let me tell you how much you got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You got 8 out of 11. So not too bad, but you can't get the bonus points because you didn't get all of them right. But the ones you got wrong, huh?
Who did I miss out on?
You missed out Wes Brown at right back.
Oh my, that guy is moist, bruv.
Yeah, you missed out Carlos Tevez, and you missed out Owen Hargreaves. He started, not Nani. Nani didn't start.
Them man there.
Nani and Giggs didn't start.
Number 4. I tried, man. Honourable effort.
Yeah, it was honourable effort, I won't lie. But the Cleverly thing, boy. A massive Valencia. Was Valencia even there them times? He wasn't even there.
Nah, do you know what? Sometimes it's because like Cleverly won the last Premier League in it with Ji-Sung Park and them, man, innit?
Yeah.
So like, I was just like, what? Like, let me chuck his name in.
Fair. But out of 15, you scored a grand total of 3 points. 20%, I think. 1 out of 20%. Which, yeah, I mean, it's not easy, but
that's excellent. I mean, no preparation, just off the cuff.
Yeah, off the cuff. But that's the best time. If you prepared, you would have got a lot of them correct. Couldn't give you that. But yeah,
sounds like such an. Yeah. Sounds like such an Arsenal thing to
do. Listen, I know my team, innit? That's what I gotta say. But
yeah, man.
We move. Enough of listeners' questions. Cool. If you weren't a baller, what would you be doing? What do you think you'd be doing anyway?
I think I'd be doing something along the lines of like fitness, if I'm honest, because I'm pretty much into fitness. Like I like going to the gym. I like trying to stay fit and healthy. So something along the lines of like being in the fitness industry, becoming a nutritionist, something like that.
Yeah, okay. I hear that. Which players do you try and model your game on?
Dani Alves, Rio Ferdinand. Simple as
Right.
There's no if, buts, and maybes. Dani Alves, Rio Ferdinand.
Yeah.
Very much.
Wan-Bissaka? No.
Dani Alves, for me, is the greatest right back to ever play this damn game. Don't try to drop me, man. Move on.
Cafu, I didn't watch him. I'm not gonna say it, man, like Cafu. I didn't even
That's
watch
why
him.
in it. But Dani Alves, in my eyes, Wan-Bissaka, I like his 1v1 defending. But in terms of
All round.
someone who I can relate to, like in terms of energy, the way they bomb up and down, the way they just go crazy in a tackle, like to play 1-2s, Dani Alves. In terms of like heading the ball and willing to like, go through their team, be vocal, be loud, be present on the pitch, Rio Ferdinand.
I hear that. Solid two players. Your ultimate five-a-side team.
Oh,
And also, let me tell you this: you have to have one defender and a goalkeeper. None of this. No,
man said, and the goalkeeper.
have to have. So yeah.
All right. My defender, Dani Alves.
Solid.
Goalkeeper.
Don't really matter.
Oh, goalkeeper, Casillas.
Okay.
Because of size. He's actually one of the greatest keepers for me. So, Casillas, Dani Alves. Hey, just to make the people happy, bring joy to their eyes, I'm going to have to chuck in like a Ronaldinho.
Hey.
Dino, Lionel Messi, and I got one more in it.
Yeah, one more, yeah.
CR7, man.
And Messi in the same team.
Bro, as much as people think they hate each other, I'm pretty sure the love is there. Ronaldo is a prolific finisher. Messi can give it to Ronaldo or he can finish it himself. You got Ronaldinho that can link up with Messi. Ronaldinho can do his bit, give it to Ronaldo, finish.
But Ronaldo's not passing to Messi.
Huh?
Ronaldo's not passing to Messi.
That's fine. Messi can create goals for himself. So, problem solved.
True. And just on that, Messi or Ronaldo? What side?
Ha! Like Sir Alex Ferguson said, Ronaldo is my boy.
Yeah.
Ronaldo's, that's what Sir Alex Ferguson said.
Uncle said so.
That's what goes.
So, well, United fan, innit? So I'm not surprised.
I admire Messi. Can't lie, that guy is fake. Like I think it was when he won his 4th or 5th Ballon d'Or, I said, you know what, this guy might just actually be the best. Still, like Ronaldo, my guy, I love you, but you might have to hold this one. No, but I'm going for Ronaldo. I like the way he's gone to, like, out of the 5 big leagues, he's conquered 3 of them.
Yeah.
And I like what he's done with Portugal as well. So for me, I'm going to just give it to him. That's not to discredit what Messi's done, but for me, I'm just going to give it to Ronaldo.
Fair. What's the most intimidating atmosphere game you've played in?
Intimidating. Boy, I don't really think there's been one because when you're actually there, like you just tell a lie. It wasn't intimidating, but the atmosphere was crazy. It was against Hanwell. Like them man there, they were moving noisy, like because it was such an intense game. Like I literally come off the bench, gave away a goal. They're back in it now. It's 2-1, top of the league clash. Bro, that game was mad. It was mad. But we came out victors 5-3. Yeah, and it was a good atmosphere that created for a good game, and we got the win. So yeah, it was nice. Them man try to report us to the league afterwards saying,
Yeah.
oh, yeah, they reported us to the league saying that, yeah, we were this, we were that, we were being rude, we called them this and that. But they were just being some losers, man.
Who are the most talented players that you've played with or played against?
Damn. Boy, this list could go on. Talented players. Oh my gosh. One of my boys called Funaya. He's very talented. Like his flair level, the way he dribbles, like it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense at all. So I would give him that. Who else? There's Bear, man. I could list, man. I feel like we'll be here all day. But one of my boys, Bright.
Right.
He plays for. How can I forget? He was at QPR. Then he got his move to.
Oh, Bright say Samuel, him.
Yeah. Plays with Yo, that guy is fake. The guy is cold. Still, I'll give him that. Fair play to him. Played with as well, Femi Orenuga. There's Bear, man. In terms of played against.
Yeah, who's giving you a bad day? Like, oh, this guy's.
I'm trying to who's giving me a run for my money. Like,
Yeah,
not to say that, like no one hasn't, but I'm just trying to think. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I think. Well, I can't think off the top of my head. Not to say that no one's giving me a tough day because I've had a tough day.
I get. You're sick.
Oh, I'm just trying to think what I just thought. See this guy there, levels. But I'm just trying to think because I haven't thought about that in a while, innit?
Yeah, I hear that.
But if I had to drop a name, it would be a guy called I remember now. Some guy called Yasin in it. He was at Newcastle. Brother, this guy was flipping nippy. Guy's got skills, 1-2s, like yeah. And some guy called Hassan as well. Like, brother, the guy can go left or right, can cut through your whole team. Yeah, man, them two guys there, I'll give it to them.
Say nine. What? Oh, who were the most influential people in your life, and what's the best advice they've given to you?
That's actually a good question. Surprisingly, not my parents, but I mean, my mom's given me like bad advice, but I wouldn't say it's her. I feel like it was one of my closest boys, innit? If anything, it's been my boys because I would say they came together as a collective, as one to like like when your boys are drilling it into you that you need to pattern up. I would say the best advice they've given me is that stop trying to control what you can't control and start to take control of what you can control.
Yeah.
And they also told me that, bro, life is a test. So there's going to be challenges. So why are you stressing when they come? Just ready to obviously take control of what you can take control of to combat those battles. And it's just been those moments that have just, made me be like, okay, like I can't control everything because I try to be a perfectionist.
Yeah.
And with that, you try to account for things that you don't even have control over. Ever since I've started taking control of, okay, I'm not playing, but I'll make sure I stay fit so that when I get the chance, I'm there. Do you know what I'm saying? So I would say things like that. And that's not just on a football pitch, that's in life as well. Do you know what I'm saying? So I would say those are a few advices, but there's bare, man. We could be here all day.
Yeah. I always ask this to every single guest. Would you rather be a great player with a trashed legacy or a good player but no one remembers you?
Good player, no one remembers me. Great player, trash legacy. I'm starting to think great player, trash legacy, because it doesn't matter how, like, I was so great that you still remember me. Fam,
Sure.
my legacy, huh? Because at the end of the day, history dies out to a certain degree, fam. Like,
Nah, listen.
do you know what? If I'm being real, yeah, I think I'll just be a good player. I want to be part of the great chair, but I feel like in terms of me, like, I'm just the kind of guy where after football, like, I kind of just want to chill in it.
Yeah.
Like, I want bare people all up in my grill because they recognize me down the road and they're just there in my face. Like, let me live, man. Football was football, and by that time you would want to have a family and that. So for me, I would want to keep that private and like just kind of like enjoy life as if like I was a normal human being.
Cool.
Like, have you trashing my legacy when my kids are after me trying to look up to daddy and that. Like,
Yeah.
please.
Because I was gonna say, like, imagine having the legacy of like R. Kelly or something.
Never.
Cool. This one, shout out Hiram Boateng because he got me this idea question. Okay, you have 2 attempts to hit the crossbar from the halfway line. If you hit it twice in 20 attempts, oh, not 2 attempts, 20 attempts at the crossbar from the halfway line. If you hit it, you get 40 million. If you miss it, you get 40 years in jail. Are you taking it?
Yep.
Twice from the halfway line to hit the crossbar.
In 20 attempts?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm taking it.
So taking the risk of going to jail for 40 years.
There's no going to jail. I'm hitting it.
Yeah, I hear that. But the thing is, imagine the mental capacity, like, I have to hit this, I'm going to jail.
No, I'm just hitting it. There's no, I'm going to jail. I'm hitting it.
40 million up, yeah?
That's it, man. What? Where do you want to go? Vegas?
Yeah, bring me in it. We'll go halves in at 2020. Yeah.
That crossbar, boy. I'm fancying my chances. Life's all about risk, man. Look, they'll probably release me when they find out my sentence is what. Like, I didn't hit the crossbar. Like, come on, man. Get me out of it.
I hear that. Fair enough. Taking the risk. If you could fix one world problem, what would it be? So I don't know, like poverty, racism.
You know what? I would say poverty, but I would say the way people treat the ethnic minorities. Like, it's crazy what's going on, fam. Just because we are the color of our skin or the way we worship a certain religion or whatnot, that people feel like they can treat us the way they can. Like, it's in China is mad to me. Or like the racism like we experience is crazy, fam. If we could just, I would like to eradicate that. That would be me. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Especially like you grew up in Texas, innit? So I don't know if you were young when you moved. Did you ever experience that?
Everyone says this, but racism is everywhere. When I woke up in the morning, they greeted me and said good morning, and it was pretty chill vibes. I never stumbled across racism in America, to be fair. So, not to say they're not racist, but I never really stumbled across guns, but racism, no.
Cool. What is one mistake that you will never do again? Or cannot be disclosed on on this pod?
Where this might sound like a foolish thing to say, but some of the mistakes I've made, I'll probably make them again, man, just for the sake of it.
Yeah. Can you
They let
give
it
us
go.
any context?
Ha! May the Lord help us all. That's all I have to say. May the
Hey,
Lord help.
Jesus, help us.
But one thing I will say is, if you have an opportunity at hand that could potentially lead to something you've been working for your whole life, take that seriously and prepare for it correctly. And just take time to really appreciate the opportunity at hand and prepare for it. Like, no matter what situation you're in, even if it looks like this opportunity may not come about, stay ready. Stay ready. Always stay ready. Do what you have to do, and the world will take care of itself, and it will find its way to you. Because I had an opportunity one time, and I said, yeah, and I ended up getting injured because I wasn't prepared, and I missed. So just stay ready and take every opportunity seriously.
Cool. And final question, what advice would you give to any young and up and coming ballers?
Where I feel like there's so much you could say. The sooner you start making choices for yourself, the better. Do not make choices because of other people. When you sign your pro, you are signing that pro contract for yourself. You're not signing it with your boy. So if you're going to be late to training because you're waiting for your boy, leave him. If your boy is going to take you on the left path and you want to stay on the right, leave him. Always make decisions for yourself and trust yourself. Always back yourself and trust your decisions. It may not lead you to where you want to go straight away, but at least you made that decision, and somewhere down the road in life, you will get to where you need to go to.
Cool. And finally, do you watch any other sports?
Do I watch any other sports?
Yeah, other than football.
I watch rugby, like Six Nations. I watch. Yeah, rugby's decent. Six Nations, to be fair. I only watched the Super Bowl, NFL. I watch boxing when Anthony them and are fighting. I watch athletics, like the Olympics and whatever, and even other like diamond leagues and whatnot. Watch that. I watch certain NBA games here and there. I watch highlights more of the time, and yeah, man, I feel like that's about it. There's probably a couple more that I can't remember off the top of my head, but yeah.
Right, cool. And there we have it. George Ademiluyi, thank you for coming on and sharing your story, your journey, and I appreciate it a lot, bro.
Yeah, my guy, thanks for your time as well, man.
And all the best for the rest of the season. TMU Terrace promotion this season.
I appreciate that, my guy.
Yeah, and have a blessed rest of the week, and all the best, bro. We'll catch up.
You catch up, man.
Yeah, in a bit.